Hello, everyone. It's Kelly here with rosiescrapper.com, and I have another fun set of cards for you tonight. If you are joining me live, I would love for you to say hello to me as we go. I believe I'm live on both Facebook and YouTube again without all the crazy, oh, I think I'm live, I think I'm live, I think I'm live, like I did last time. So this set that I am featuring tonight is from the mini catalog, which you can still get until June 30th. But the cool thing is, and this is while supplies last, is that these fluttering dies are $17.50 instead of $35 right now. And the floating and fluttering stamp set is a two-step stamp set. And of course, that is one of the most fun things about Stampin' Up! Is their two-step stamping sets. So again, if you are joining me live, I'd love for you to say hello to me and let me know you're with me. Let me know where you're watching from. Here is a little glimpse of the cards we're going to be making. And let's see, can you guys see it? Can everybody see okay? I think we're doing good. I think we're doing good. All right. So aren't they fun? Super fun cards. All right, let's take a look at what we got going. Let me take a sip of coffee first. All righty, so let's get started. I want to get started by, oh, you know what? I forgot to get a card. So I used a note card for this one. So maybe I'll just do it on a regular card. So I'm grabbing a piece of Whisper White Thick to cut. I'm going to need 2 of those anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and get out my trimmer. I guess I need to move my coffee before I spill it. So I've got a piece of 8.5 by 11 thick basic white, and I'm first going to put it at the 4 1/4 mark, and then with my trimmer I'm going to use the scoring blade, and I scored it there, and I'm turning it around, and at the 5 1/2 mark I will cut it. And so now I have the 2 cards that I'll be using. Hello, Caroline. Thank you so much for letting me know that you like the cards. I hope you'll stick around and see how they're made. And if you're still there, where are you watching from? While I've got my trimmer out, though, I do need to cut this piece of black, basic black. I'm just going to cut it in half so it's easier to work with. And then I have a nice piece for going back into the file where I keep them. All right, so let's go ahead and grab the foam because these are photopolymer. I am going to use the foam. And this one is really simple. I'm just sticking with 3 colors. The others are going to have lots more colors, but I'm going to go ahead and still stamp the main butterfly image in the Memento Tuxedo Black. And I'm just going to do an image right here in the corner, like that. So this first card is going to feature the 2-step stamping, but the other cards are I'm going to show you how wonderful these die cuts are that coordinate with this set. Okay, so there we go. And then while I'm at it, I'm going to grab a piece of, I already have some basic white, the regular thickness, and I need to stamp this framed image that also comes in the set. And then there is I'll do it on this end, there is a die cut that cuts that out as well. Oh, very cool. that you're from Canada. All right, so I think I will stamp with, or do my greeting first and then stamp this out, or punch this out, die cut this out. Just a stumble of words tonight. All right, so I'm going to stamp this with thank you. Here's the happy thought. So we're going to have to say goodbye to this stamp set because it is retiring, and looks like I don't have my backing on this, which I'll go ahead and do real quick. So the way I like to put my backing on is just to start on one end and then just kind of lay it down into place. That seems to work for me. And I think that this will work. So, Caroline, are you a demonstrator, Stampin' Up! Demonstrator? And do you pronounce that line or Lynn? Caroline or Carolyn? I'm assuming with the E on the end, it's Caroline. Okay, I'm going to use the memento again. I hope this is on here straight. Let's take a look. One more look. So I'm looking at the bottom of my letters and seeing if they are straight along with the bottom edge of the stamp, and pretty good. Not complete perfection, but pretty good. Okay, so let's go ahead and die cut that out, and then I'll show you how this two-step stamping, actually no, I'll show you the two-step stamping first. So let's bring this back. And I'm going to stick with just one color, and I've chosen, or sorry, two colors. I've chosen Coastal Cabana, and then also Granny Apple Green for the leaves. So I'll go ahead and do the butterflies first. So let's do the large background image. Now, if you wanted to get more contrast, as a matter of fact, I think I'll go ahead and do that. Just to give me more contrast, I'm going to go ahead and stamp off. And then, so I get a much lighter image of the Coastal Cabana. And that way, the second step of stamping will show up even more. So then without stamping off, I've got that. Isn't that beautiful? All right, so let's do that again with this large one up here. Stamp off. So normally I just make a big old pile of ink where I'm stamping off, but there are dies that will cut these out. So I think I might be able to use them. Don't know, but I'm willing to give it a try. So now full strength with the Coastal Cabana. Oh, nice. Good. Isn't that pretty? All right, let's do another one. So this is the sideways butterfly. And then I'll go ahead and do the smaller butterfly. There we go. And then the inside, the accents of the sideways one. I think I like this better with that stamped off. Not sure why I didn't think of that when I was making the original, but that looks so much better. There we go. And I think I'm ready for my green, aren't I? So this card's going together really quick. I am in Arizona, Caroline. Southern Arizona, where it's hot. I don't know if you have gotten news of our saguaros right now, but our saguaros are doing something really cool that I've never seen. I've only been here about 9-10 years. But the saguaros normally have these white flowers that you can see at the very tips of the arms. And for some reason, this year, they are coming down the centers and they're all over the arms, and it is the coolest thing. You should Google it because it's really spectacular. Yes, and yes, it is hot. But we have a pool, and that really helps. So I'm not seeing if anybody has joined me yet on Facebook. Doesn't look like it. So if you are there we go. It's pretty, huh? All right, so let's go ahead and cut this out. I think I can use my mini trimmer for this. If my mini trimmer is around, there it is. If you are going to be placing an order with me, this is for anybody who's watching who doesn't yet have a demonstrator and wants to place a Stampin' Up! Order, my host code for May is in the screen, and that is only good until the end of May, which I believe is what, tomorrow, isn't it? So if you're not going to place an order that's 150 or more, then please use the hostess code. Also, if you place an order for 250 or more, you and maybe some friends or just you, you get additional benefits until June 14th. So you get an additional $25 of free product, which is a super deal. So normally you would get $25 in free product when you order $25 or $250, but now you will get an additional $25, so $50 in free product in the US. Nope. Okay. Alrighty, there we go. Super cute. All right, let's get this put together. Now, a ribbon would look nice if I had a Coastal Cabana ribbon, as a matter of fact, or Granny Apple Green. As a matter of fact, I think I'm going to look for something like that because I think that would look great, great, great. Like, I think I have Pool Party. I think this Pool Party is still available. Sheer ribbon, and I think it will coordinate nicely with that. I wanted to keep this pretty simple, but my goodness, I can't just not embellish, right? Oh yeah, that'll look really pretty. That is such pretty ribbon. It looks great with the Coastal Cabana, don't you think? I want that thank you to go right in the center. And then I'll use some dimensionals. There and there. And there we go. Okay, everybody, if you like that card, I hope you'll give me a thumbs up and stay tuned because there is a second card. So I will show you the original that is done on a note card. So here's my first one that I did on a note card. So just to compare the size. And then I used some retired gems. I also used that stamp, this stamp that comes in the set, which is really kind of fun, and along the center. All right, lovely. Let's go ahead and get started on the second one. So the second one is actually going to be one of my favorite things, and that is to do some collage stamping. But I think I need to clean off my stamps. And that one, because I'm going to use multiple colors. And I don't think I'm using the Coastal Cabana at all on this one. And with the thank you, there we go. Hey Denise, thank you. And thanks for joining me. All right, so let's get going on this second one. And let's start down here. So I'm going to be stamping this image all over the whole sheet. And so I'm not using any particular method for how I'm going to get these on here. I'm just going to kind of wing it as I go. Now, if I end up with any blank spots, there is a little leaf image that I can add. Let's do that. And if you're joining me live, I'd love for you to say hello. And of course, thumbs up are greatly appreciated. And there we go. And I think we'll do that. This is worth it, trust me. About right there. Got a little close right there, but that's okay. see, right there, I'm going to end up with a weird spot. But I will be able to fix that with that leaf, I think. Let's see if I can get more coverage with this. Yeah. There we go. I guess I'm not going to put that away. I'm going to grab now this little leaf image to fill in a couple of those spots, and I will need this as well. Let's see if I have any small blocks left. I do. So that looks really pretty, just black and white, don't you think? So there, fill in there, and I'm going to fill in one right here. And I think those were the only major spots, maybe right here, although I doubt that, I imagine that that's going to be cut off. But I'll go ahead and do it. All right. Before I do any stamping, I'm going to grab my baby wipe and get this cleaned off. Otherwise, I'm going to get black everywhere, and I don't want to do that. I normally cover this with a piece of paper, so I'm not doing this. There we go. That's all. Let's go ahead and get started with all those leaves. I will try to do this quickly so you're not bored out of your mind watching me stamp all of these. But the end result is so pretty. I think you're going to love the card. And it's probably good for you to just see that, you know, it doesn't take that long. And the results are so beautiful. Does anybody else like to do this type of stamping? Where you cover a whole sheet. Oops, I missed one, didn't I? I missed 3. Oh, golly, don't drop your stamps. Luckily, no disasters. Okay, I get them all. That's it. Okay. If you have any questions for me as I go, I am trying to keep an eye on comments, so let me know if there's anything I can tell you about. Any questions I can answer. Any secrets you need to know. Oh, what do you have in the oven, Caroline? Oops, missed the top leaf there. Okay, this one up here. I think I only had those 3, right? Yeah. All right, let's see if I can remember what my colors were. So I believe that my large one was this Calypso Coral and Cherry Cobbler. Calypso Coral and Cherry Cobbler for my large butterfly. And I'm going to use full strength. And yay! Like a whole chicken? Or like a chicken casserole? I don't cook whole chickens very often, but when I do, I'm always so happy with the results. It just seems to be, I don't know, a lot of work. Of course, that's because I do it like the Julia Child's way and everything that, well, I shouldn't say everything, but roasting a chicken the Julia Child's way is a lot of work. You have to like baste it every 10 minutes. It's worth it, but it's a pain. Okay, I think I got them all. Maybe this one. Yeah, this one right here. And yeah, that's it. Okay. And now for the cherry cobbler. Oh, nice. Yeah. I love quiche. And of course, this quiche is much easier. All right. Good combo, huh? I like the way those two came together. Really, you can freeze the rotisserie and then so do you put it in the oven while it's frozen? I guess like you do that with frozen dinners, so why not? So tell me about it. Do you like wrap it in foil or put it in a roaster? How do you reheat it? I think I got them all. Nope, two more. Two more up here. Alrighty, done with that color. And the next one is going to be in one of our new in colors, Fresh Freesia. And actually, the background of this card will be on Fresh Freesia ink. And I want to just verify that. Oh, my original, I did the large butterflies in that. Oh, okay. So I have to change what I'm doing. I'm gonna do these little guys in the Fresh Freesia. Let it cool and then oven and roaster frozen. Oh, that is so cool. What a great idea. Missed one at the bottom. Oh, I missed a leaf at the bottom. Good catch. Good catch. All right. Let's grab that green again. Granny apple green. Hi, Linda. Good to see you on here. Do you have this stamp set, Linda? Okay, I think I got them all. But you guys will let me know if I didn't. And now I'm going to use Rich Razzleberry as my second step. That's pretty. I just love the results. I love two-step stamping so much. Ugh. And I have ink on me somewhere. See that? All right. I think I got them all. I don't see any more. All right. Let's grab the third color combo, which is So Saffron and the new Pale Papaya. The Costco chickens are good. So how do you know that the Costco chickens in the US are good? Are you close to the US? Can you come here and shop? Do you visit? So we have a botanical gardens here in Tucson where they have a butterfly exhibit, and it is spectacular. Okay, here it is. Can you guys see that? That detail on there? That's so pretty. So what do you think? It's turning out beautiful, isn't it? And I'm not done. Even when I'm done with my two-step stamping, I'm not done with this little piece of artwork. Oh, I'm missing some comments over there in Facebook because it's making me scroll. Relatives in Texas. Very cool, very cool. Oh, you're very close. Nice. Hello, Arlene. Thank you. Thanks for joining me. Okay, everybody. If you see something you like, make sure you give me a thumbs up because it really helps me. Helps me out a ton. All right. Good. I think I got them all. Anybody see anything that I missed? All right, so this is Blushing Bride. Yeah, Blushing Bride. And I'm going to take one of our brushes if I have a clean one. No, that doesn't look like I do. Oh, come on. So I'm going to try this one. I think I have one that's more pink than that. Red. Okay, this one looks pretty pinky and also looks a little smushed. So I'm just going to check it out. Yeah, that looks like Blushing Bride. All right. I got my new mask. I got an order yesterday and I got my new masks. So my original one that I didn't use any of the new masks. But I think I should use new masks, don't you? Okay. Well, that's really cool. Oh, these are neat. These are really neat. I'm thinking maybe okay, I can't commit. So I'm going to go with the old mask. And do some playing around with the new masks before I commit. I was tempted on those little tiny flowery looking things, but I decided not to because I might want to change the orientation of this. So I'm kind of going for the white spaces. I'm not too particular if I get on top of any of the butterflies, but I'm eyeballing the white spaces. There. So now I'm just adding some more depth to the whole thing. And over here, I'm lining up some of the little squares. There we go. What do you think? Not pretty? And now let's add some splatters. So for the splatters, I think I will grab a piece of paper so we don't make a mess all over. Do I have any paper here? Here, I'll use this. There we go. So this is just a black Stampin' Right marker. I want to use the brush tip. And this is how I pretty much exclusively use my markers. This seems dry, doesn't it? Oh, because it is dry. I guess I have used that one too much, but I have another. There, that's juicy. There we go. So I've also seen people pound their Stampin' blends, and that works as well. Thank you, Caroline. Yeah, it is very quick, isn't it? Okay, so this is ready for me to cut out. I'm ready to use this on a card now, and I'm going to need a piece of a half sheet of the fresh freesia, which I have right here. Grab my bone folder. There we go. And I made my cut and emboss machine. Let's see. Let's freeze that up a little bit so I don't knock it. I need 1 and 2 and a cutting pad, and then this. And I'm going to be using my rectangles. Oh, wait a second. Are the stitch rectangles in the new catalog, or are they not in the new catalog? Can somebody tell me? Because if they are not in the new catalog, then I'm going to use something different. Is anybody still with me who knows if the stitched rectangles are still available for purchase? Okay, well, they may or may not be, and I guess I'm going to use them anyway. So I'm using the second largest one. And I'll be able to get 2 out of here, but I'm just going to, yeah, I guess I'll leave it straight. I like to usually go at an angle with those large dies like that. Oops, turned around the wrong way. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Lynette. I think they retired. I think I was super sad about that too. They are one of my favorites. Okay, well, you could always cut this to a rectangle, but then you wouldn't get your little fun stitchies there. Okay, while I have this here, I'm going to take this other piece of white, with basic white, and I'm going to emboss it because for my next card, I need this embossed. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh, I love that embossing folder. It's like palette paint. Love it. Okay. So I'm going to keep this handy because I need to do some more cutting in a minute. Matter of fact, I could just get that cutting done now. So one thing that is really cool about this particular set is the way these butterflies cut out. And there are 2 of these dies, so it cuts out the whole image and it stays together. So that's how you can, that's why this particular set is so great for that floating frame technique, which I'm going to be doing next. And these are not stamped yet, but I'll go ahead and cut them out since I have the cut and emboss machine on here. It will be easy to stamp them even if they're cut out. So because you get 2 of these, it makes for quick work if you want a bunch of these images. Isn't that super cool with the space in between? I think that looks so neat. Today was, I've had this set for a while, and today was the first day I used it. I get so embarrassed about not using my stamp sets, but I feel a little vindicated by doing a live with it. There we go. So I won't need all 4. I'll have an extra one for something else. The next card will take 3 of them. Done with that. Need that, and that, and all done. I think I'm done with all of my stamping. Okay, so have these 2 things here. And this is going to be a fairly simple card, but I am going to be doing some stamping on basic black. Oh, I do have one more cut to make with that machine. Oh well. So I'm going to stamp my greeting on basic black in white embossing with white embossing powder and Versamark. Of course, if you watch very many of my videos, you know that I do this all the time. All right, so I wanted happy birthday, and I think happy birthday has been put away. So let's grab that out of the Happy Thoughts set. If you don't have a good greeting set, I think the Happy Thoughts set is a really nice one to have. I think that the fonts are really beautiful. Let me get this open and ready. Quite a few of the stamp sets that you haven't used. All right. Of course, it doesn't really matter if I'm all that straight right now because I'm going to be punching this out. And what's the rule for embossing? You put your lid on before you turn your heat tool on. So where in Texas are your relatives, Caroline? I have a friend who recently moved to Sanger. So I hope to get out there in the next, I don't know, maybe year. That's my goal. I said that last year, and then we had that, weird pandemic thing. Isn't that pretty? Love that. So that's gonna go on there like that. Actually, I think this was for the other card, but I guess I could do the other greeting for my other card. A little bit of ribbon underneath. And for this, I want my Stampin' Seal. I get some? Yeah, I got. that on there like that with some dimensionals. And this one is done. So yes, it was a lot of work to get the background made, but I think the results are so beautiful. Who needs designer series paper, right? You can make your own. This would also look good put up on some dimensionals. There. Ta-da! What do you think? So there's that one. And then there's this one. And now last but not least is going to be the floating frame. So I'm going to need 3 in the same colors here. So I haven't cleaned anything, so I can just go right back to stamping. Grab this again. Oh, that's so sad. I'm so sorry, you guys. You have such a bad lockdown. My brother used to live in Coeur d'Alene. I guess officially he still does, but he is on the other side of the world, ministering to yes, ministering to business people in Indonesia. They are seeing some amazing work of the Lord there. Fresh freesia again. And let's grab that green. And by the way, I don't think that there's anything necessarily, I think that the colors turned out great. I really do. But I don't think that there was anything spectacular or, any talent on my part for picking the colors. I think that Stampin' Up! Colors just look really beautiful together. I don't think that you can go wrong. I don't think you can go wrong if you are doing monochromatic or, let's see, this is the red one, cherry cobbler, or if you start mixing the colors up. I just think they're designed to look good with other Stampin' Up! Colors. How am I doing on time? Oh, pretty good. I thought it would be an hour and a half, but I'm just at an hour. I don't think it'll take me a half an hour to finish this. Okay, rich razzleberry. And inside the little freesia, butterflies. And then Pale papaya. Oh, really? Oh, what a coincidence. Did you live there too? Were you there with him? There we go. That was fun. All right, so this is going to be used as my guide. Now, I have seen this done a number of ways. This is how I am choosing to do it. I'm going to add a little bit of the Tombow glue, just a very thin spread of it on the back of the butterflies. Actually, I'll go like this so you can kind of see what it is that I'm doing. So these will be placed on here like that. Is that where the way I want it? I think, yeah. I want that purple one, I think. Show more of it. Okay, so this is the way it's going to go on here. Like that. And then I'm going to trim around that rectangle that you saw I put that down on. Now this will have to dry. So I'm going to make that really thin. Okay. Right here. This isn't how I'm gluing them down. I'm just going to use that as a repositionable glue. Because I don't know if you know that the word multi on the liquid glue there means that it is a multi-purpose glue. It can be removable or permanent. Oh, you guys see, I'm missing all of my Facebook comments. Okay, so let's see it. Yes, they are. I see them there. Page 165. So they're in there. Yay! I'm so glad that the rectangles stayed. Good. Circles and squares. Oh yeah. You know what? Those circles and squares were my faves, and the ovals. I loved that stitched. Oh, what was it called? Stitched shape framelits. Love those. Okay, so while these are drying, I'm going to go ahead and cut out my rectangle, my other rectangle that I'm going to be using. And this is from the Scalloped Contours dies. This is in the new catalog. Sorry, I'm not using anything else from that set tonight. But I really love the scalloped rectangles. So let me cut that out. I need this paper to scrape off my little bits. Lots of little white bits left over from cutting out those butterflies. There we go. And because I turned this a little bit, maybe it won't make so much loud noise. Oh yeah, well, it's incredibly humid. I don't know what kind of weather you have, but humidity there is a real deal. Okie doke. So let's bring this back in and put these down in place. So that one there. This one here. And that one there. Like that. Okay. now I'm going to take my paper snips and trim those pieces off. I am on Facebook at the same time as, I'm sorry, Facebook and YouTube at the same time, Linda. I recently figured out how to make that work. Super excited. And I have it both chats up for me to be able to see. Super cool. There we go. That looks cool, doesn't it? So if you wanted to just glue them down, that looks really cool. But I'm not going to just glue them down. I'm going to grab some dimensionals, and I want to use my small dimensionals and my large. It probably would be good for me to grab the black ones. Let's see if I have some black ones here. Yeah. Oh golly, I've never even used the black ones. And I think there's small ones in here, yeah. So when you buy a package of black ones, you get 2 sheets of both sizes. Okie doke. So because this piece right here was cut from the frame, another one of those frames, which of course I could use on another card, it's going to be the same as the stitched center that you can see there. So I'll just be able to lay these pieces right down in there after I add the dimensionals. And you want a lot of dimensionals so this doesn't lose its effect of having that float, right? Here. Ew. That's weird. I want to get one in this corner here. And right up here. And another one there. So again, I know, tedious work to watch. I apologize. Oh, hi, Lynette. Do you like it better on Facebook or on YouTube? So now you can see everything that Caroline's saying. Okay, so just following the dotted lines there. So Lynette, when is the next swap? It's too big. Okay, I'm gonna put that one there. And then I need a little sliver of a piece to go on there. Yes, Rubber Wonders. Mm-hmm. Because now that it's summer and I have more time for stamping, I'd like to. There's one more little guy down here. I think that one was here. Yep, I have a corner piece, so that'll help guide where I'm supposed to put it. There we go. And this last one. It's getting messy. People, it's getting messy. Okay, let's see if these little ones will fit here. Barely, but they do, and I feel okay about that tight fit because these are black. And one more up here. And then if I need one there, probably do. Is that gonna fit? No, that's not gonna fit. Okay. Go without it. Yeah, I can't join the swaps every month, but now that it's summer, I really don't have an excuse, right? Oh, okay. It goes like this. Yeah, that goes. All right. Isn't that cool? Can you see that lift in there? That's so fun. Okay, so this is going on this white card. Lost my hostess code in the mess. That's going on there like that. And I'm just going to use adhesive, lots of adhesive, because that card is really bumpy. There. All right. And find that piece of black again. One more embossed greeting, and we are done. All right, I lost my black. There it is. So in a second, I'm going to be asking you guys which one was your favorite. All right, so I have a happy birthday. Now I want to use the, I'm throwing dies. I'm going to use the thinking of you, which I think is so pretty. I love the little swirliness of it. There we go. Embossing buddy. Powder ready. First mark up. I have these little guys everywhere. Linda, wasn't that you, or Lynette, wasn't that you who showed a picture in Rubber Wonders of one of these little hexagons on the floor of your work? That was so hilarious. Look what I saw at work. Wonder who was responsible for that. Actually, I've seen them at my work too, in my classroom. Oops, I guess I didn't need to put the lid on just yet, since I still need to dump. What is that? Let's get that out of there. Is that bad stamping or bad embossing? Just bad powdering. Yeah, it's really fun, isn't it? I just have had a great time playing with it today. And I think there's really a ton you can do with it. I'm not a huge fan of butterflies, but I'm starting to become a huge fan of butterflies. Another technique I thought would look really good is I'll show you the card that I did with that other butterfly set that I think would work with this butterfly set also. There we go. Punch is still here. Oh, that looks so pretty in there, doesn't it? All right, so that's going there. It's kind of getting buried in the, kind of busy, but we're going for it. Some ribbon underneath might look nice though, huh? Make it stand out a little more. Let's go for it. Let's do the ribbon too. I think it'll help. Make it stand out a little better. Right? The Butterfly Brilliance is gorgeous. And that's the card that I did. I used Butterfly Brilliance that I'm going to show you. That I think would work really nicely with this set. Okay. Dimensional. Over here on this end. And the rest of that will be fine. Some Stampin' Seal. And then we're also going to add some bling. There. I think that helped. Oh, I totally forgot about my coffee. My coffee is so cold now. Oh, good, Arlene. Yay! No. I feel so bad that I've neglected it for so long. This stamp set. Okay, so these opal rounds are going to get tucked in here into these little open spaces. A couple of them there. And then another large one down here. And popping out. And voila. I am done. That Happy Thoughts stamp set has some lovely inside greetings too. Just wanting to send some happy thoughts your way, which would be nice inside the thinking of you. And this one today is great because it's all about you, the great person you are, the great things you do. Love that set. Okay. And with that, all right, ladies, it is time to tell me which was your favorite, okay? So there's my third one. Here's my second one with that collage stamping. And then here is my simple one, my simple stamping. Which one is your favorite? I'm gonna put that on there so it's laying down. And I'm gonna grab that one that I did with Butterfly Brilliance. Okay, so 1, 2, or 3. Which one was your fave? Oh, thanks, Caroline. I know that those kinds of papers done that way with layering up different textures, I think are just so beautiful. And I also really like that fresh freesia. But this is fun because it was quick and yet still is a very pretty card. Second and third. And can't decide between 2 and 3 again. Cool. All right, you guys, thanks so much for hanging out. Okay, so here's my Butterfly Brilliance. I think that I did a Facebook Live for this one. I'm pretty sure I did. And I think that I didn't have a plan when I went on. I just had an idea. And I think it was from the catalog. So this is a mask. So like using this, because it cuts these, maybe it wouldn't work because it cuts these little pieces out. It probably would be worth a try, wouldn't it? I think it'd still be worth a try. And then this is, so I stamped it and then I used the cutout, the die cut as a mask. And then I just brushed the color on with one of our brushes, which turns out gorgeous. Love that. So that is another video. Hi, Lisa. Thank you so much. All right, so, oh, good, Caroline. I'm so glad. And so, hey, if you are going to try any of these techniques or if I've inspired you to take out your floating and fluttering stamp set that has been collecting dust, then I would love to see what you do. And I would be super happy if you would post your creations on my Rosie Scrapper Stampers group. It's a baby group, and I need people like you who love stamping to show everybody what kind of gorgeous things can be made with Stampin' Up! Product. All right, you guys, it's been fun chatting with you. Thanks for being here with me. And those of you who are not demonstrators, if you want to place an order, the die cuts for this floating and fluttering are 50% off now. Normally $35 and $17.50 right now. So this is a great deal. Here's my May hostess code. There will be a June hostess code in June on my blog, which is www.rosiescrapper.com, where you can find lots of info. If you are local, I do have a class coming up on the 5th of June and then again on the 19th of June. So I'd love to see you. And thanks again, you guys. Good night. And I hope you enjoy celebrating Memorial Day if you're in the U.S., honoring those who have fallen on our behalf for the great freedoms that we have in this country. We are so blessed, and I'm so thankful. All right, good night, everyone.